Thank you very much to the organizers of this event for so graciously inviting me here to say a few words about what the Cape Farewell Youth Expedition, which took place in 2008, meant to me. But before I do so, I would briefly like to recognize the people responsible for the stunning photographs displayed in this exhibit. Specifically, I would like to thank Robert Van Worden, a travel and climate photographer and emerging member of the International League of Conservation Photographers, for his photography of the Cape Farewell Youth Expedition, as well as the numerous photographers in the Turning the Tide portion of the exhibit whose photographs display their work and passion so very well. So thank you and congratulations to them. One morning towards the end of the Cape Farewell Youth Expedition, the 27 other young voyagers and I found ourselves on Baffin Island in the Canadian Arctic at the site of an abandoned Cold War-era meteorological station. We were standing amid this wreckage of building foundations and work boots and electrical outlets and barrels of tar that was spilled and has long been frozen, all of which was left behind when the site was abandoned. We were all strangely inspired by this visual din, and we were very interested at the boundaries that presented themselves in this landscape. Boundaries primarily between things that are man-made and things that are natural, but more importantly, the boundaries that existed between a stable climate and a climate on the tipping point. We also discussed the things that we feel have the power to create these boundaries and the things that we feel have the power to break them down. And for me, it was the Cape Farewell Youth Expedition that had the power to break down a number of boundaries that existed in my life. It broke the boundary between being frightened into submission by the enormity of climate change and having the confidence to study it. It broke the boundary between assuming that my culture will always idle in its detrimental habits and challenging myself to change them. It broke the boundary between thinking that I play a minuscule role in an enormous world and realizing that my actions have profound impacts in a world that is not as big as is sometimes comforting to think. In short, the youth expedition changed the way I choose to live my life. And short of holding conversations with each one of the voyagers, I can think of no better way to truly understand how deeply and profoundly each one of us was changed than by looking at this beautiful exhibit in a location so fitting for a group of youth who are already breaking boundaries in the ways that they are implementing positive change. Thank you.